Welcome to the 2023 Seuss CP Conference, the Edge of Opportunity podcast from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. The Southeastern United States Canadian Provinces, or Seuss CP Alliance, was established in 2007 to formally advance a common interest in enhancing economic ties between the two regions. The Alliance is a strategic trade and investment-focused partnership between 6 southeastern U.S. states and 6 Canadian provinces. This year's conference is focused on opportunities in the blue and green economies.
Hi everyone, I'm Kevin Pomeroy here, a guest interviewer with Gale Force Wins, my colleague Julia Collins, and we're here with Jerry and Alan from Gale Force Wins to ask them, how'd you guys find Seuss?
I got to tell you, Seuss CP was fantastic. The collaboration between everybody that was in the room, it was really evident. The business-to-business portion of the event was so well run, and you could tell people were really genuinely making connections. Everybody we talked to spoke incredibly highly of the conference. Jerry, what were your thoughts?
Well, I agree with you, Alan, 100%. There were so many conversations that were just praising Newfoundland, praising this team. But not only that, the way it was put together was just phenomenal. Come From Away, that was incredible. Alan Doyle's keynote, oh my God. Not only is he an amazing singer, he is an amazing guest speaker.
Yeah, there was an incredible collision of art and culture and business all happening at once. Pretty impressive.
So this is the first experience you guys had with Seuss?
Not mine, actually. I've been at Seuss CP from the business side, so I've actually been in these business-to-business meetings, so I do understand the value of Seuss CP. First time I've ever done it kind of behind the camera, so yeah.
So as someone who's been involved, on a different level, how did you find it this time versus last time you were involved?
Again, it was a beautiful collision of culture and business. I've been to others, and they had a bit of that, but it wasn't like here, right? And maybe it's a little bit of Newfoundland pride that it was all coming out. But everything that I touched had a Newfoundland flair to it. The food, the codfish with the scrunches, and everything was very, very well thought out for sure.
What did you think, Jerry? This was your first time, so what did you take away from it?
Well, pride, honestly, when I was sitting listening to Alan Doyle talk, but even prior to that, just sitting and waiting, and the Newfoundland photography that was cascading through the room. What an incredible touch that was. We have a friend of ours up from the Turks and Caicos, and he would just sit there and God, he was in awe of every single photo. And that's just a microcosm of what Newfoundland is. But then again, the conversations, the people that came up from the south to get away from the heat. Here we are all sweltering and they're cooling off. It's hilarious.
So if there was a single takeaway that you could get from this, because you've been around the whole time, you've talked to people from all over North America, what is the one thing that you've learned that you're going to take from this? Not including your Alan Doyle thing.
Well, I would say this, and it has to do with north-south relationships. I haven't thought a lot about it, but I saw here how close we are embedded with the United States in business, and our ideologies, our business acumen, all of that. In fact, we're probably closer linked to some of the U.S. states.
My one takeaway, to be honest with you, Jerry and I have been involved in a lot of conferences in the last 3 years, been involved in a lot of conversations over the last 3 years. The organization on this event was second to none. I have to tell you that everything, as I mentioned before, even down to the food, even down to the additions on top of the codfish, were very well thought out, and that was evident in everything that we did. So very professionally run by your team, the entire team, and that wasn't only noticed by us, I can tell you that, and you've probably not seen the videos yet, but Minister Parsons, who I believe is your minister, spoke so incredibly highly of the team that put this together. The Premier spoke so incredibly highly of the team, so you're to be very much celebrated for putting this entire event together, because I know it must have taken a great deal of your time on the clock and off the clock to make sure it happened. We were sending texts back and forth on Canada Day, and you guys were responding. So you wanted to make this happen, you wanted to make it the best event ever, and you did.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear all that. So reporting live from the Sheraton, this is Kevin Palmer signing off for Gale Force Wins.
Thank you for tuning in to the 2023 SUSE CP Conference, the Edge of Opportunity podcast from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. The 2024 conference is taking place in Biloxi, Mississippi, and we look forward to seeing you there.